We got one on the head counter. Who's first tonight? Who we got tonight? Is it Eric? Is it Chris Millington? Is it? I don't know. Those are my guesses. It's Chris Millington. What the fuck? Eric. It's both of them. I was right. It's Eric and Chris Millington. Let's see. Chris says me. Third place. Sorry, Justin. It's Chris Millington first, then Eric second. And then, I was talking to Ryan. We've been talking the past day and a half about, this cashier's check and all that stuff. And if he deposits it into his bank, see, I think we go through BB&T. He goes through some other credit union. If he deposits into his account, they'll put a hold on the funds for like anywhere between 1 to 5 days. And that's not doable. It's, a cashier's check is guaranteed, but it's like, I understand where he's coming from. He wants access to the money instantly, so he knows there's nothing like weird going on with it. But what we can do is we can just go to BB&T with the cashier's check, and they'll just cash it. Cash. Like, there you go. Old School's here. What up, Old School? Where's the whip shades? In the works, man. I think we're getting this ball rolling this weekend. Go meet him. Have some fun. Yeah. Old School. All right, read that. Chris says, oh, okay, yeah, do that. Because, like, you know what I mean? I understand where he's coming from. Like, if something like had, like, weird shit, you never know what could happen with funds and stuff like that. Shit can get frozen or held or, it's like he signs the title over to us, we drive away with the car, and he's like doesn't have access to that money. I would probably feel the same way, But at the same time, I wouldn't want to travel 5 hours with 12.5 G's in my pocket. Like, that's kind of sketch. You know what I mean? True story. So, like, go meet him, test drive the car, make sure everything's to our liking, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure that'll be the case because it's a fucking awesome car. Where are we at? Justin says cash is good. Old School says congrats. Glad it worked out. Nice. Yeah. Me too, man. It's looking awesome. Chris Millington says, oh, Broke Dad Garage just uploaded a new video from getting some spoon goodies, I guess. Yeah, I literally, as soon as I was about to go live, I saw that. I was like, fuck, should I watch that? I was like, oh, I want to go live at 9, not be too late. I'm already an hour late. Chris Millington says, hire a bodyguard, LOL. You would laugh if you knew who, like, my fucking granddad is. He's like, he doesn't need a bodyguard. He is a bodyguard. He's a gangster. Back in my younger years, this kid came to our house and was basically trying to like start shit with me. And he just like came out and just like choke slammed the kid up against the rail. And it's the funniest thing I'd ever saw. I was like, holy shit. Because the kid wouldn't get up. He told him to get off the property, and then he came back, and he's like, no. It's like, we're going to settle this. Blah, blah, blah. And my pop literally just came out, fucking picked him up Hulk style. I was like, get out of here, motherfucker. It's fucking awesome. I'll never forget it. Old School says, just watching Broke Dad. Yeah, quality. Love that dude's content. It's like so just chill, you know what I mean? Like, it's a dude in a garage who's a dad who he's not like a full-time wrencher or somebody that's like working in like automotive field or, tuning shop or something like that. He squeezes in when he can, and when he does, he gets it done right, and just choice of parts, choice of cars, solid channel. Kudos to him. I like that podcast he did too. He's starting to do podcasts, and shit was awesome. If you haven't checked out his podcast, go check it out. Justin says, you have enough money? Yeah, we have a cashier's check. That's like, if it came from a certain bank and you take it to that bank, you can go cash it. You know what I mean? So if he takes it to his bank, they'll put like deposit it in his account, but they'll put a hold on the funds for like 1 to 5 days. So like I totally get where he's coming from. We just take it to BB&T and fucking be good to go. Chris says he's big or just a badass. He's just a badass. Those Marine Corps guys, man, like they know some tricks. Justin says he's laughing. Chris Millington says nice. Justin says Broke Dad's an awesome YouTuber. Old School says such a nice DC2R. Two, yeah, good content. I subbed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Justin says, oh, that's right. You got a cashier's check. Awesome. Yeah, they're good anywhere. You could cash them at any bank. It doesn't matter what bank it came from, but there will be like this, like, possibly 1 to 5 days of holding the funds just to verify, transfer between banks and shit like that or whatever. But if you just like take it to the bank it originated from, they have to cash it, hands down. Eric says, Justin, stop smoking moon rocks. Old School says, cash is king. Yeah, I feel him. Justin says, why, Eric? Yeah, you don't want to stop smoking moon rocks. That's that good shit. But yeah, I just got off the phone with him like probably an hour ago or something like that, and he was like literally like, "Yeah, we can go up to BB&T, cash that check. I'll let you hold the keys. I'll sign the title over to you, et cetera, et cetera." He seems like an okay guy. He doesn't seem like sketchy or anything, so I'm not really worried about it. Just Wing King's here. He says, "I am king, Wing King, motherfucker." It's too good. Justin says, how did your shop clear your headlights? What, you mean like just buff out the hepatitis? Is that what you're talking about? It's sandpaper. It's wet sanding it down from grit and dropping the grit from harsher to softer, you know what I mean? It's a process. Old School says Justin bumped your head on a helicopter. Eric says, because I said. Justin's laughing. Winking says, buff the AIDS out. Buff the AIDS out. That should be the new slogan of this channel. It's no longer your neighborhood Jesus. I'm just gonna shave and cut my hair off and just be like, buff the AIDS out. The fuck? Oh my god, it's too funny. Let's see. Justin says, okay, wasn't sure how they cleared them with wax or clear coat. You sand them down. You wet sand them down to get the clear coat off, right? Because the clear coat has oxidation or yellow hazing, fog, whatever the fuck. Then literally sand it down and you got a bunch of swirls because you're getting rid of the clear coat. Then you go to like, let's say you started with 400, then you went to 800, then you went to 1200, then you went to 2000 and 3000 or whatever grit you want to go with or it works best. Then once you get down to the finer grits and get rid of the swirls, then you re-clear coat it. You apply clear coat to it to seal it up. It's a crash course on headlight buffing for you. Chris says you can shoot a clear coat. You can shoot them with clear coat over them lights as well after. Yeah, exactly. You got to re-clear coat them or else it's just not going to work. Chris says, or it's not going to look good, rather. Chris Millington says, oh my God. Justin says, from valves to Jesus. No, it's from Jesus to AIDS now. Buff the AIDS out. What the hell? That's fucking horrible. Eric says, new car, new look. Wayne King says, slap him with a snatch pocket. That's right. Justin says, oh, okay, thanks. I guess that's the right way to clear him up. Even, dude, go to like Advanced Auto Parts or O'Reilly or somewhere. Get the turtle wax headlight restoration kit. It comes with clear coat. Like literally, it comes with different grits of sandpaper, the ones you need, and just wet sand that shit. And start with the coarse, and then go to the finer grit, and then the finer grit, and the finer grit, and then once it looks good, not hazy as fuck, reapply the clear coat. Just it's like a clear coat wipe. You just wipe it. I mean, it's not the most professional way to do it, but it'll definitely look better than what you had. If you have like ugly looking hepatitis fucking headlights. Chris says, AIDS out. Buy it now for only 3 easy payments of $39.95. AIDS out. It will change your life. When King says BRB. Look at all this commotion you started. Old School says you can wet sand and buff without clearing them. Yeah, you can. I mean, if you got like a DA, I mean, that'll definitely pull it off a lot better than just hand, Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off in it with sandpaper, because you're going to get more swirls that way. It's not going to look as consistent, It's a DA. DA beats any hand technique, in my opinion. Justin says, well, Sam's Club clear coated my lights last year, but they're peeling. They're peeling now. I guess I'll just sand it off and restart. Yeah, I wouldn't. Honestly, this whole Sam's Club buying tires and doing shit at Sam's Club, don't do it. It shouldn't peel off. I don't think it should peel off. That's not good clear coat. That's like a film or something. Like clear coat's not a film. Clear coat's a liquid. It's a chemical. Chris Millington says, AIDS out. If it kills you, don't worry. You'll get your money back. Guaranteed. It'll go to your children. Old School says, make look brand new. Eric says, LOL. Old School says, that's why you shouldn't clear coat the lights. Just wet sand and buff. Yeah, but I don't even think that's clear, like true clear coat. Clear coat's a spray. It's a liquid. Like, it's peeling off. That doesn't make sense. Something's wrong in the equation. I'm missing something. That's like a protective film or something like that. Because clear coat shouldn't peel off. It's one thing if it gets scratched up, but Chris says no, clear coat is the way to do it. Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to protect the headlight from having to keep coming back and having to wet sand it and buff it. You know what I mean? Justin said they just guarantee it would last a year. LOL, it's been 10 months. I mean, that's 2 months away. It's Sam's Club. How they're not that auto savvy at Sam's Club. They're just acting like it. They're a wholesale. It's like a Costco. It's a Sam's Club, They're interested in selling 1,000 packs of ramen noodles and a bunch of drinks and a bunch of cheap flat screen TVs. You know what I mean? They're not exactly like, we're building high-end cars here. Chris Millington says, my lights were done and they still look new. It's been well over 3 years. If you keep them right, it should be fine, If it's done right, they should last years, for sure. WWE wrestler Vader, whose real name was something, dies at 63. The fuck? I clearly am not a big pro wrestling fan because I don't know who Vader is. Let's see. Justin says, yeah, I shouldn't trust them to know their stuff about this kind of crap. I mean, it's one thing to get a set of tires or something like that. I still wouldn't do it, but, starting to get into like paint and clear coating stuff, and take it to a shop. Take it to an auto shop, for real. It might cost more, but at least you're getting it done right. Like Chris said, his shit's lasted 3 years. They guarantee their shit's gonna last a year, and it made it 10 months. It's like I don't trust it. Chris Millington says, Sam's Club will fuck your car up for you. That's right. And Broke Dad Garage is here. He says, sitting on the toilet watching. This is great. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Broke Dad. I've totally been there before. There's been a couple Gato streams where I'm just like literally on the toilet taking a shit, watching Gato stream at live at 5 on Sunday. Not gonna lie. We've all been there. It's the joy of having a mobile phone. Justin says you're right. So should I sand this clear cut off and redo it, or wait for it to come off naturally? I would just take it to a shop and just be like, hey, my headlights look like shit. Can you do this for me? Just do it. Or just get that Turtle Beach kit and just sand it off and, you know, try it out. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from not working on their car. You should, if you can do it, if it's in your realm of possibility or capability, always try to do something, save a buck on labor. But in my opinion, it's better to get it done right and spend a little bit more than to fuck something up. And then you got to buy all new headlights. Like, let's say you crack your headlight. I don't know how the hell you would do that, but I don't know. That's just me. Let's see. Justin says, same Broke Dad. Got a bunch of viewers on the toilet. Old School says, Broke Dad dropping deuces. Let's see. Justin says, I've listened to you in the shower. That's frightening. Broke Dad says, nice. I have a Bluetooth ceiling vent in the bathroom so I can listen to music and shit and shower and shave. Dude, I saw a shower head that has a Bluetooth speaker in it. I don't even know how that works. Like, how is it not going to get water in it or something, or moisture, condensation, you know? The fucking future, man. All this Bluetooth shit, it's taking over. Chris says, for only 20 payments of $39.95, we will take your car apart, steal your shit, and not even put it back together using the highest of care. No money back guarantee. Justin says, yep, always better done right. I was going to ceramic coat my car yesterday, but I don't know if I should risk screwing the paint up. Yeah, that's I'm not into all that, you know. I used to be a painter's helper. I mean, like, in my opinion, paint is, it's hard to put into words, guys. Like, it's a car. You're going to drive it. It's going to get rock chips. It's going to, crack your windshield, scratches, people fucking door ding you in a parking lot. Like, at that point, it's like battle scars. Unless you have a show car that you just keep in a garage and you drive it from your house to the show, and that's the only fucking time it sees on the road. I can understand with those people. They're like, this is an investment. It's a show car or some shit like that. But for the most part, paint is like, if it gets a scratch or a ding here or something like that, it's a battle scar, you know? It's like, what? As long as it runs good, you know? That's really what it comes down to about these cars. It's like, does it look good from 10 feet away? Yes. And it's like, if anything looks imperfect up close, it's like, fuck it, you know? Let's see. Where are we at? Old School says the 3S theory. Shit, shower, shave. Broke Dad says, so anyway, get in the RSX. Yeah, we're setting it up for this weekend, man. Eric says, well, I'm out. I'm not having the best night. I will catch y'all later. Damn, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I know your girl stole the TV. Sam and Dean. That's all she cares about. Fucked up. I got on PlayStation. Me and Eric were going to play some fucking Fortnite. He was on, and I was talking to Ryan. And then literally I look back, and Eric's not online. He sends me a text message. He's like, Sam and Dean are fucking my bitch. For all you Supernatural fans out there. The brothers that are ghost hunters. Stealing everyone's TV. Let's see. Justin says, sorry, Eric, have a good night, buddy. Chris Millington says, no, my car's no show car, LOL. Yeah, mine wasn't either. I mean, it looked great from 10 feet away, but then you got up and you saw the knuckle mark in the hood, or you saw some of the paint chipping on the the right quarter panel and stuff like that. But I mean, in pictures, you can't even see that stuff, unless you're like zoomed in, going up real close to it. I mean, it was more about the car drove good. And also, by the way, I got some unfortunate news about my old RSX. They drained the gas, the water in the gas tank, and put 5 gallons of fresh gas in it, and tried to get the fuel pump working and stuff like that. The fuel pump won't work. Something's wrong with the fuel system in the car. So they took some starter fluid, sprayed it into the throttle body just to see how it's doing. And there's some type of knocking noise, like a rod knock or valve noise now. Not happy. It's not looking good for that motor. Unless somebody wants to just completely rebuild it. Fucking sucks. It's not confirmed, but some weird noise. So it's a big old thumbs down for that motor. Let's see. Broke Dad says, totally agree, Shades. I'm debating even getting my car repainted. Dude, that's a rare car though. Like, I feel you on that one. DC2 Type R, Phoenix Yellow. I'd probably do the exact same thing. I'd start with like, get rid of the rust first, correct the rust, fresh paint, be good to go. Because that car deserves it, man. It's a rare car. Man, RSXs are fairly rare in good condition, but like, they're not as rare as a Type R. You know what I mean? Old School says, later, Eric, hope your night gets better. Pound it. Eric says, later. Peace out. Justin says, I agree. The only reason I'd ceramic coat is so it won't face any rust, so it'll be worth it when I sell it. But like, how much is ceramic coating? How much are you going to get for the car? It's kind of like, how much do you want to put in a car that, how much is it worth without ceramic coating? Then take the price of ceramic coating. I mean, it's not really gonna up the value too much. You know what I mean? Broke Dad says, congrats. Don't pull a Mustang and run over some random people. Yeah, for real. Hope I don't torque steer, hit somebody. Justin says, and I have OCD, so ceramic coating will keep it clean. Car's still gonna get dirty. I hate to tell you. Like, ceramic coating is just like, it's just like wearing a Band-Aid. I mean, a Band-Aid could still get dirty. You might have a wound on the inside, or not. I guess that's a bad analogy. It's like wearing a glove, basically. Imagine like wearing a glove over your hand, sticking your hand in a 5-gallon bucket of paint. Yeah, the glove, your hand's not getting paint on it, but the ceramic coating's still going to get dirty. Chris Millington says, at Sam's Club, we will take the utmost care of your painting. Karen painting your vehicle for only 100 payments of $79.95. You'll think twice before having your car repainted here. Justin says, oh man, lots of things, but lots of things could cause a knocking sound. Yeah, but it wasn't there before, so it's like, that's not good. Chris Millington says, LOL, sorry. Honda Blog says, Shades casting, what's the deets? Can't reply, haha. Old School says, especially starting fluid, Rebel Rouser. Chris says, true. Justin says, the main reason I do it, so it'll be the shiniest Odyssey in VA. Justin says, it gets dirty, but a light rinse will clean it up. Well, I mean, that's with anything. I mean, like, unless you're driving through, like, a fucking mud bogging arena or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, like, you rinse your car. Like, let's say you just drive your car around town, a little bit of dirt or debris and stuff like that. If you get a high-pressure hose, for the most part, you rinse off your car, even with just factory paint. It comes off pretty good, and it's technically clean. There's nothing on it, but then there's still, like, dirt film and oxidation, and just like, that's why we use soap, because it brings out the shine more. Justin says true. Chris says nice. Justin says, where's Adept Joe? He's probably in your asshole because, I don't know, you're friends with him. Fuck that guy. That guy's a troll. Chris says, just give that van a really nice wash wax, maybe do clay bar, then wax and buff. Yeah, you know, like ceramic coating and clear bras and stuff like that. It comes down to you're spending a bunch of money on aesthetic basically. And it's not really an aesthetic like getting new wheels or getting, you know, let's say you're getting a lip or a spoiler or anything like that. It's literally like you said, OCD. You're like, oh, I got to keep this paint in mint condition. First rock chip you get, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be like, wow, there goes my money. I mean, literally, that's like my windshield banner. After I got my windshield banner, I got a fucking rock chip in my windshield, and I was like, that rock chip better not spread. Literally, because I just waited 3.5 months for a rare Japanese racing company's banner. And then I'm gonna have to get a new fucking windshield. It's like, eh. Justin says, nah, tired of waxing. I want something permanent. Justin, this conversation's over. Chris Millington says, pay a guy to do it. Justin says, it's a personal preference. I have a fetish for shiny cars. Okay. I got a fetish for well-built, well-running, fast cars. I don't give a fuck how the paint looks. I mean, I want it to look decent. I don't want it to look faded by the sun or something like that. But I mean, who really cares? Old school says, get a car cover then, fool. Exactly. There it is. Get a fucking car cover. Ain't that the truth? Chris Millington says, that's why I run hood bras on my cars. LO, to keep some of the rock chips off. Yeah. I mean, hood bras aren't, in my opinion, they're not the best looking thing. But I mean, if it has a function like, you know, deflecting some rocks from hitting your windshield or your hood, sounds good to me. I mean, especially, it was funny you mentioned that because like on my old one with the knuckled hood, I was actually thinking about getting a hood bra on it just to hide that fucking huge dent knuckle mark on the bottom end of the fucking hood because it just looked atrocious. But never got around to it. Don't have that car anymore. Justin, you're getting on my nerves tonight. See, there's like most of the time, Justin lately has managed to not get on my nerves because I've been going through so much shit, losing my car. So it's like it takes a lot. Well, not a lot, but it takes a good amount of annoyance to really annoy me. Justin says, car cover wouldn't work. I drive it every day. I drove my car every day, Justin, and I still put a fucking car cover on my car. So that comes down to you're lazy. You put it on when you're done driving. You take it off when you're ready to drive. That's it. Like, how much work is that? Oh my God, I had to walk across the Sahara carrying pyramid blocks 512 miles from the quarry, and we had to erect the pyramids of Giza. It's like, dude, it's a car cover. How much does a car cover weigh? It doesn't weigh anything. Justin says, will you get a bra on the new one? No. Doesn't need it. I mean, unless you have like, I mean, I know it's like a precautionary thing, you know, oh, the paint and all that stuff, but paint work for me is for the most part, you know, we own an auto body shop. So it's not really that hard of it's not that hard to obtain some more paint work. Chris Millington says, LOL, 20 tons. For 48 payments of $19.95, we will give you a lightweight car cover that does not weigh 20 tons. Money back guarantee. It'll be called the Rebel Rouser cover. I was trying to think of an R word that's for a car cover. The Rebel Rouser wrap. But yeah, guys, fucking trying to think what else? What else? Things I'll be trying to think of anything immediate that I'll probably be doing at the car. Probably swapping the Type R wheels because I think the Type R wheels are going to look really good on that black car. Not that the bronze wheels, they don't look horrible or anything. It's just they're not full on my favorite wheel pattern, like spoke pattern. So that I'll probably throw on the Type R wheels with the new Toyo R888Rs. And then something I talked to him about the K-Tuner ECU. See, he has the original ECU. So I think what I'm going to get done is, he bought the whole ECU with the K-Tuner installed. So it doesn't have the immobilizer. The immobilizer and the key in the ECU, they're not doing a handshake. So the immobilizer is disabled, which I really don't like. I like that extra peace of mind that there's an immobilizer that keeps people from stealing your car. It's still stealable because they could just swap in another ECU, another immobilizer. But that would take more time. Let's say I hear some weird noise out in my driveway. Somebody's fucking with my car. I'm like a Nighthawk. So he has the original ECU. So what I could get done is I could just get the K-Tuner board, the PCB in that ECU, swapped over to the original ECU because the immobilizer would work then. That'd be awesome. But other than that, the ECU thing and the wheels and tires, that's about it, honestly. Like, maybe swap over my little red DC5 Type R hazard switch. Other than that, that's about it. And then eventually one day some Recaros or something like that. But, dude, I'm just going to be so fucking stoked to have a fucking car, another RSX to drive. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, it'll probably be at least a month before I do anything other than the things I just mentioned, but I'll just be in hog heaven driving a fucking supercharged DC5. I mean, that's going to be crazy. And the crazy thing was, I asked him about the stage 4 clutch, why he got such an aggressive clutch for just, under 400 horsepower. And he was like, oh, well, my original plan was to go K20, K24 supercharged, making 550 horsepower or something like that. I was like, oh my God, that's fucking insane. 550 to the front wheels, like on methanol. He said he didn't even say methanol. He said before the supercharger methanol thing he did, he was going to go K20, K24 supercharged with like fucking nitrous or something like that. Or maybe not supercharged, just nitrous or something like that. I was like, Jesus, who the fuck does that? A daily driver that has nitrous on it. Chris says, I want to repaint my hood top / bottom, maybe trunk as well. Yeah, I feel you. And as long as you get like, accurate paint matching and all that stuff, I mean, you don't have to get the whole car repainted. You can, it's like my side skirts, my Type R wing I had and all that stuff. Like, we painted those piece by piece and the paint matched fine, It's like you don't have to get everything painted at once. Let's see. Chris says Type R wheels will look awesome. Yeah. I almost want to get those like, I don't know if it's powder coating or just like, get them I guess it would be powder coating, but get the aluminum finish. Like, there's a couple little curb marks and stuff they came with and little blemishes. It'd be nice to get those refinished, basically. Reconditioned, however you want to say it. Justin says, yeah, you got to have the peace of mind. Will you sell the old wheels? I'm not sure, honestly, the A-spec wheels are pretty rare, so I don't know how much they would fetch. It depends on how much they would fetch. If there was a buyer out there that wanted to spend like $1,500 for them with the Hankook, what are they, RS4 or BSR4, whatever it is, tires that are still fresh on there, that would be an option. I'm not sure. But I mean, they're not horrible looking wheels. They're just not my favorite. I think the powder coating on them looks damn good. The bronze, like black and bronze, is a good fucking color choice, combo. Justin says K24 with supercharger. Nitrous. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think a daily driver is going to need nitrous. Maybe a track car, but I mean, I think the methanol was a really good system, getting a little bit more out of it. Let's see. Old school says Type R wheels will look dope. Those gold ones on it look funny. Yeah, there's something of it. Yeah, I know what you mean. They're not my favorite. I think the car though, for what it is, as long as it didn't have like stanced out negative camber and all that shit, like that would be a pain in the ass to have to fuck with. Justin says, "Hell, if I had the money, I'd pay 1,500. I think they look amazing." Well, save your doll hairs, and I'll hold them for you. Chris Mellington says, "I have XXR 527s on my car. They look sexy and they're very cheap." Whatever works, man. Whatever you like, you know. I mean, I was lucky to get my my Type R wheels for fucking 750 for a set with the original tires on it. Like that never happens. Anytime you find Type R wheels, they don't have Bridgestone Potenza RE11s on them. It just doesn't happen. Those shits came directly from Japan. Chris Mellington says, second set, first set I had for 5 years, no problems other than curbing them a bit. Yeah, mine already came curbed. So the thing about Japanese roads is they're super narrow. So the way you can tell if your wheels were in fairly decent condition, it isn't about the curbing, because curbing is like, that can happen anywhere, you know what I mean? In a parking lot, like going around a right hand or left hand turn, and just, you know, sometimes it just happens. How you can tell if they were really cared for is based on the center caps. Like if the center caps have like curb marks or like scratching or fading on them. It's weird to think about that, but the lip of the wheel would be more likely to get a little bit of curb rash. But if it hits the center cap, that's how you know they had some contact on them, like real contact, you know? Because he said, yeah, the center caps on these are just phenomenal. Like literally when they came in, I was like, wow, this is probably the best set we've seen in a while. And I was like, I'll buy them. Thank you. I don't know if that was some kind of like, you know, marketing tactic gimmick or something, just because he wanted us to buy the wheels. But I mean, they do get a lot of sets of Type R wheels and red Recaros and stuff like that. So I don't think they were really hurting to sell them. Somebody else would have bought them too, but he was trying to sell them for 800, and we were like, no, it's not happening. I was like, this curb mark here, fuck that. Because you got to think, if you're going to get them reconned, it's like at least $50 a wheel. So that's like $200 right there. I should have tried to get them for 600. But, you know, it was my birthday. I wasn't trying to walk away without some Type R wheels because those things are fucking sweet. I'm really surprised the tires on them lasted as long, because they were way under half-life. They were like probably 30% tread life left. They lasted all. They're still on there. They still are drivable. No cord showing. So it was like, what the fuck? They lasted a good while, especially with me getting it. Justin says, when's your birthday? Early September. So made it all the way to almost June. It still hurts me to hear that my old motor's having issues, because like when we cranked it up and got the water out of it and started it up after we put manual transmission fluid in cylinder 3, we started it up and it started up fine, didn't make one tick, and then old Juan had to fucking fuck around and let the car run for like 20 minutes. Fucking idiot. Honda Vlog says the A2. Yeah, the A2. I don't think I'll be selling you that motor, Christian, unless you want to track down either rod knock or a bent valve. So I don't know. Might just part it out, see what's good left in the motor. And then whatever's not good in the motor, junk it, funk it, clunk it, whatever. Justin says Juan messed it up. Yeah, because he fucking ran. Like, literally, he burned out the fuel pump because there was water in the gas tank. You shouldn't have even. You start the car up for like less than a minute to get it onto the lift, then turn it off. Drain the fluids, drain the gas tank, put new gas and fluids in it, and then go from there. But old Ace Mechanic had to fucking dick around and, oh, I know these things. I'm Ace Mechanic. It's like, no, you fucked the fucking, burn the fuel pump out. And now you got, you injected more watery gas into the fucking fuel system. I mean, the motor and the fuel system. So it's like, now we're just like, pretty much just like, dude, fuck this car. How about that? And you want to know the fucked up part? This is the fucked up part. Juan was talking to my pop. He was like, what are you going to do with the car? And he was like, I don't know, try to sell it or something. I don't know, part it out, get his parts off of it, and then just sell it to somebody, like the motor and the shell or whatever. And he's like, how much do you want? It's like, dude, you have no right to buy this car. You fucked up the fuel pump and you fucked the shit up, you know? It's like, I feel like he almost did that on purpose. So I could just like, we'll sell him the car or something like that. It's such a dick move. Let's see. Justin says, what the fuck? Juan, learn your shit if you're going to mess with Shade's baby. My baby's dead. I got no children. Old School says, is it because you started it in the flood? I remember you turned it on for a minute and then cutting it off. Yeah, like we got in there. We realized we weren't going anywhere. I cut it off. Then I cut the wheel and I tried to like make a U-turn basically. And I cut it back on and it started right up because I don't think the intake it wasn't underwater. Because if it wasn't hydrolocked, that was the thing. Like there was a little bit of water in cylinder 3, probably either through the exhaust or just got sucked in. But I was literally baby throttling it. It wasn't like I was wide open throttling, sucking in water or anything like that. So it wasn't hydrolocked and it wasn't seized up, you know. So I cut it off instantly after that, you know. I mean, I would suspect an intake valve is bent or burn up or something. But we started the car up and it started up fine. Not a tick, not a rod knock, not anything. Then he ran it for like 20 minutes. Pop's in the office doing estimates for other cars, and he comes out and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why do you have the car on it? How long has this car been on? Oh, about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm working some things out. It's like, no, you're not working shit out. You just fucked the car up. Chris says, let him buy it though. Quick, easy cash, bro. It is and it isn't though, because like I'm trying to part all the shit out of it. He's gonna try to like just like be like, oh, well, here's $1,000. Give me the whole car. Fuck that. Fuck that guy. I'm not giving him shit. He's not getting my car. Fuck him. Old School says the last startup sucked water up in it. The last startup sucked water up it. It did. It sucked a little bit of water in cylinder 3, but we didn't fire the car up with the water in it. We got the water out of the cylinder. We turned it over so the piston comes up and it pushes the water out of it. Water came out the exhaust. We didn't fire the car up with the water in it, you know? Like even when the car was towed back to Virginia, we told Ronnie, do not start this car up. Yeah, like you can turn the accessory position on to like, you know, turn the wheel because it has power steering. It's like, you know, to get it on the rollback. But I mean, we didn't start the car up with water in it. So there was water in the gas tank. Think about it. If you start the car up for 20 minutes, some of that water is going to get in the motor. So like, it's totally his fault. He's a fucking retard. So stupid. He tries to act like this, like fucking, Honda Block says, depending on shipping, could use it maybe. LOL. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's worth shipping. The shipping probably is worth more than the motor at this point. Who knows? Shipping a crate motor to fucking from Virginia to California. I can't imagine that being cheap. But yeah, I think the schematic for this weekend is we're gonna rent a rental car one way. Start in Virginia, go to Pennsylvania, check out the car. Then we drop off the rental car in Pennsylvania at the dealer at the rental yard or whatever, and then drive the car back. Call up our insurance and put it on. Let them know the VIN number of the car we need insured and get temporary tags from DMV and be on our merry fucking way. I mean, I'm super excited, guys. Don't get me wrong, but I'm still like, it's like 50% excitement, 50% anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, this is it. I hope this is everything I hoped for. Seems like it would. Old school says, what about a Gucci road trip, though? How about not? I'm so sick of that car. I am so sick of that car. It's not even funny. Dude, I was going to get tobacco today, and there's like a beauty shop where I park in front of because like the tobacco shop has 4 parking spots. They're always taken by the Italian restaurant. Some beauty shop girl in there, and she literally sees the car and pulls up and like comes out. And she's like, "Oh my God, I love this car. Like, how long have you owned it?" I'm like, "It's not mine." She's like, "Whose is it?" It's like, "It's my grandmother's." I was like, she's like, why don't you look excited to be driving this? I was like, because you don't know what happened to my car. She's like, what happened to your car? I showed the picture. She's like, oh my God, that car's so cute too. What happened? It's like, I was like, a flood. Fuck my bitch. Literally. She was just like, that sucks. She's like, now I get it. She was so excited to see the car. She's like, oh my God, like how many miles are on it? Like, does it have the beat system and all that stuff? I'm like, yeah, it does. Blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de fuck. Old school's laughing. Oh, it's funny. Chris Millington says, it's a fucking girl's car. Yeah, girl drives it. My grandmama. Fucking, the Abarth one. Have you guys ever seen the Fiat 500 Abarth, the turbocharged one that has like more power? It's a 5-speed and all that stuff. Like fucking Jay Leno has one of them in his garage. That car is kind of cool, but it's just not the same experience as a Honda. Like, dude, it's like such a it's an egg. It's like this big. Like, imagine like an RSX is this long. It's this big. It's a fucking baby car. I don't like it. Oh shit. Chris Mellon says you should have acted like a gay dude and said like, "Oh my God, girlfriend." Yup. Old school says, "Oh fuck," laugh my ass up. Oh my God. Hey girl, you want to go for a ride? I need a perm. Oh shit. Go in the beauty shop, be like, you see my Gucci outside? It's too funny. Chris Millington says, yeah, I see them here a bit. Dude, I've seen one here, this Asian girl, I've seen her driving. She has the black Abarth with the red trim and stuff. But instead of it saying Abarth on the door trim, like the little stripe at the bottom says Abarth, it says Pikachu. I was like, what the fuck? Literally, I see her all the time around here, and she's like getting it all the time, just like dogging the shit out of that thing. I'm like, all right, I guess that works for you. I was like, I don't know, I don't understand why it says Pikachu though. Is it supposed to be like a Pokeball or something? Old school says fucking rolling over here. Oh God, this world. Chris Millison says, "Oh my God, it's like totally Gucci, girl." Shit. Never drive that car again. It's not happening. I mean, I like it for my grandma because she just like she went and she had a Mustang GT before, so like she missed her car, and she was like, I kind of want something smaller, something like easier to park and stuff. She's getting older and stuff like that, and like she went to the here it was like Chrysler dealership, and they had Fiats there. There's a whole row of Fiats, and there's just like a red one, a black one, a blue one, a silver one, a whatever color. And then she saw the white one with the Gucci stripe. She was like, I like that one. And out of all those Fiats, that one's like special. She was like, and my fucking pop was like, I bet you do. It's a fucking Gucci model. Like, this is the rare one. And it costs like almost $10,000 more than all the other ones. I was like, holy shit. Old school says, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. True story. Oof. But yeah, it's like a 4.5, 5 hour drive each way. It's not too bad. It's not like short. It's not like going an hour away or something like that. But fucking yeah, Saturday, man. I think we're gonna go pick up this car, check it out. Dude, I'm excited for. He told me, he was like, yeah, we'll have to see how many of these boxes of parts can fit in the car. I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's fucking crazy. Because he said he has like 4 or 5 Rubbermaid containers, like, the stock suspension, the stock suspension, stock exhaust, stock this, stock that, like the ECU, a bunch of shit. I was like, good God, a bunch of supercharger parts and boost juice. And I was like, holy fuck, Batman. I was like, I hope all that shit can fit in the car without harming the fucking interior. I mean, if it's in a Rubbermaid, that's fine. But if like, I know when I put my exhaust in my car, my stock exhaust, and like had to lay it on the back, like I definitely wrapped it up in like 2 or 3 blankets to make sure the metal wouldn't like rip the fucking leather or like scuff anything. The old school says, damn, road trip, no joke. That's right. Chris says 10K. Wow. Old school says, is all that going to fit in the DC-5? Dude, you'd be surprised how much shit you can fit in a DC-5. I don't know about 5 Rubbermaids and containers, but if you fold down those 2 back seats, you have a good amount of space. I mean, more than your average car for sure. I've fit 2 drum sets and a guitar amp in the back of the DC-5 before. Like 2 full-size drum kits, 2 5-piece drum kits. I was like, holy shit, how's all this stuff fitting? It's crazy. It's all about how you organize things, stack things or, this and that. True story. For the time being though, until I get either the driver's side seat, the little rip on it. It's not like a horrible rip or anything, but until the time being, until I get it sewn or replace the seat with a Recaro, I am probably going to get one of those DC-5 Type R Recaro seat covers, like the red or the blue one or whichever, just so it doesn't get ripped more. Let's see. Old school says, "Oh, I know they're roomy, but it sounds like a lot of shit from what you say." Yeah, for real, 5 Rubbermaids. Like if they're like this long, Rubbermaids this long, but if they're like Rubbermaids that are like 4 or 5 feet long, it's gonna be pretty tricky. Chris says, "You can fit 4 fat ladies easy, right, Shades?" Oh yeah, all day, man. They better be short. They better not have long legs. But yeah, just running the logistics because I totally sympathize for where he was coming from. But at the same time, I'm not trying to travel with freaking almost $13,000 cash. Like, what if we get robbed or some shit like that? That'd be fucking crazy. Because then I'd have to pay back the loan title thing, and not have a car still. That'd be fucking crazy. Old school says, or six skinny chicks, right, Shades? Well, if you think about it, if I had the Type R back seats where that middle thing doesn't have that plastic thing that's not a cup holder or anything, it's just this plastic fucking obstruction that makes you not have fucking three seats in the back. If you have the Type R seats that are suede or fabric or whatever it is, you could fit three people back there, hands down. And then you could basically fit five people in there if you had those seats. Six, somebody's going to be laying across or sitting in the and getting in the back of the hatch and laying down with the methanol tank and the battery, just doing a fucking pretzel. It's like doing one of these like fetal position. Like, are we there yet? No, we're not. We're getting it. We're ripping it. You got that supercharger? Yeah, but are we there yet? No, we're not. Goddamn it, we're not there yet. Chris says, "LOL." Just kidding. Yeah, I think the most people I've ever had in my car is five people. I think you got two up front and you got three somehow in the back. But like, I think somebody was sitting on somebody's lap or something like that, or laying across, carpooling to the max. Honda Vlog says, "LOL." Yeah. Oof. But yeah, fucking today's Wednesday, about to be Thursday in 2 hours. Gotta prepare my mind and my body for this road trip. All the extravaganza. Getting a rental car lined up and talking to the insurance company and cashier's check, getting that on board and stuff like that. Lulz Kev, what up, Lulz Kev? Fucking says, I've had five people in my Del Sol. Up your game. How is that possible? How have you had five people in your Del Sol? How does that work? You got to explain that one to me. Old school says, just fucking with y'all, LOL. Shit, we're gonna set a world record. It's gonna be like a Mexican school bus. It's gonna be a clown car. Just like imagine like a fucking Yugo or something like that, a little teeny baby car, and like 28 people come out of it. It's like Guinness Book of World Records, like the most people on a bicycle at one time. It's like 30. It's like 20 something people or something like that. Wells Kev says two in the passenger. Damn, that's wild stuff already. Two sitting in the trunk, feet through the window. Holy shit. Dude, imagine if you had a wreck doing that, man. Fucking person sitting double shotguns going through the windshield, unless they're both wearing the seatbelt, or getting hit real good with the airbag and getting a broken face. And then the people in the back, their legs are probably going to get like severed, sheared off. Oh my God. That's some OG shit right there. That's like give no fucks. Christian, can you confirm this? Is this possible? Five people in a Del Sol. I want to see this. I want to see what it looks like. It's gonna be borderline circus mode. Imagine if you fit like four people in the passenger seat. Be insane. There's like four dogs in there and five people and a rabbit. There's a magician in the back. Honda Vlog says in the cabin, crazy. But yeah, other news. Ryan's tomorrow he's going to do a compression check for me. He was going to do a compression check tonight, and he did the first cylinder. Then the compression checker got stuck apparently because the adapter he Loctited it on, and he was having a pain in the ass trying to get it back off or something like that. Something like that, from what he explained to me. But yeah, the first cylinder he tested was 200, so Sounds healthy to me. And when he tested it, when they did a compression check at Innovative Motor Works, when they got it dynoed and tuned and everything, they did a cold start, like, not up to operating temperature compression check, and it read 180 across the whole board. All 4 cylinders read 180 dead even. So sounds like a pretty healthy motor. And it's, that's not operating temperature. So, like, he drove the car around for a bit and did the first cylinder, and it said 200. So I would guess all of them are going to say anywhere between 190 to 200 per cylinder. Sounds healthy. I mean, even if you just listen to it driving in the video Gato did, sounds like a healthy car. It really does. Because that's one thing you got to take into account when you're buying a car from a private seller on Craigslist is there's no warranty. It's sold as is, So you definitely want to do as much homework as you can. Laws Kev says, healthy girl, 2 thumbs up. That's right. Is this the first time you've been at the stream, Kev? I know I'm following you on Instagram, and I watch your videos on here. I don't think you've ever been in here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for checking out the stream. Yeah, dude, it's so muggy today here. Every time I walked outside to go to the UPS store and get tobacco, my glass is literally fogged up as soon as I got out the car. Like, every time I got out the car, I had to fucking clean off my glasses because they're fogged up. I was like, this sucks. This kind of weather fucking blows. Felt like I was in a sauna or something, or a humidor. I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is some off the wall shit. Christian, I just read your text about the eBay thing we were talking about. You said, bullshit, I had to pay $11 because my shit didn't sell those motherfuckers. Are you listed as a store or a private seller on eBay? And what's your selling limit? Are you at the $1,000 a month selling limit, or did you call them up and say, yo, I want the $5,000 a month limit? Because mine's like one step above normal basic, because I was selling and I sold up to 1,000, sold 1,000 in a week or a month or whatever it was, and then I had to call them up to get them to increase my selling limit. So I don't know if my account privileges differ from yours, but let's say I make a listing and then nobody buys it and I have to relist it. It shouldn't cost any money. It's free to relist. You get like 50 free listings a month or something like that. Old School says, that sounds nasty. Yeah, it was, dude. It was like super fucking humid, muggy as fuck. Lulz Kev, is your fucking thumbnail fucking that thing from South Park? God, what is his name? The mad scientist on the hill that has that weird, like, fuck, what is his name? I think that thing's name's Kevin. It's like, I'm so and so, and this is Kevin. Oh shit, that's great. What the fuck is the mad scientist name? Mephisto. There you go. Yep. I'm Mephisto, and this is Kevin. That's fucking priceless. That's great. I was just literally defending South Park last night. One of Eric's buddies, Run Silent. He lives in Hawaii. He was trying to sell Eric on Rick and Morty. He's like, dude, it's like literally the best cartoon of all time. And I was like, it's a good cartoon, but I don't think it's got shit on South Park. I was like, South Park is OG as fuck. Well, Kev says, I'll put 6 asses on anything. This is my 6-assed monkey. The fucking gene splicing episode. That's a good one. Old School says, yeah, from South Park. That shit's funny as hell. That fucking episode like a couple months ago with back when the Charlottesville thing happened with the white supremacists with the tiki torches, like the spin they put on that about Alexa, the Amazon Alexa thing, and then like everybody's like jobs getting taken over by robots, and they're like literally marching with the tiki torch. They're like, "You will not replace us," talking to Alexa and shit like that. That shit was funny as fuck. Old School says that show is funny as fuck. Rick and Morty is good too, though. Yeah, Rick and Morty is wild style. It literally like resonates this kind of like Sid Barrett type of vibe to me. Like literally, he's like almost like schizophrenic. Like he's got this old man in his head, and he's wild style as fuck. It's like almost like Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd. It's crazy. Chris Mellon says, I think that show sucks. South Park for the win. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a South Park fan, honestly. But I can see the humor in Rick and Morty. Kevin says, oh, dude, they're pushing the limits hard. Reason, dude, they're always pushing the limits, dude. Fucking, back in the day, the like really early episodes, the Barbara Mecha Streisand, like, she got really pissed off. Like, everybody, they poke fun at everything. That's the best thing about them. They give no fucks. Fucking Roseanne, the Trapper Keeper episode. That shit was funny as fuck. Old School says, yeah, my nephew watches it, and I watched it with him. I'm like, what the fuck is this little dude is watching? Yeah, for real. But yeah, fucking upgrade to the car if I get it, or when I get it. Fucking not too much crazy. Probably just like a little bit of like personal touches and stuff like that. Maybe some. I've already tracked down the fucking 05 to 06 Honda badges because they're different from the 02 to 04. Otherwise, I'd just take mine off my car and just get the front one repainted Nighthawk black pearl instead of satin silver metallic. But honestly, it's like $100 for the set of them. Get the back one and the front one. $100, not that big of a deal. And then fucking I already got the Type R wheels, got the JDM hazard button. It's already got a double din that's hooked up to K-Tuner, so I can resell that Pioneer unit if anybody wants it. I'll do a real good deal on it for you. I think I paid like $350, but if any of you guys want it, I'd sell it to you for like $175 for a Pioneer double din with DVD player, CD player, USB, all that shit. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Didn't get damaged in the flood at all. Like, it still turns on. It's fucking crazy. Let's see. Chris says nice. Old School says regular show was funny as fuck too. Old School says Rigby and Mortica. Is that what that says? Mortica? I don't know what that is. Mick Kang says dropping cams in my RSX beast mode. Which cams did you go with, man? Please tell me you went with some like drag cartels or something dope as fuck, or I don't know, TSX cams, or I mean, it's a bunch of good cams you can put in there. What'd you go with? You got drag cartels? Damn, son. Forking out that bread. Which drag cartels did you go with? Drag cartel for ASP headers. What do you have to do, like in K-Pro? What do you have to do to accommodate those drag cartel cams? Like you have to change the ignition timing or do anything special to make it run good? Oh, okay, with ASP header, got you. I was like wondering, I was like, a cam that is for a certain race header. I was like, that's kind of weird. Yeah, drag cartels. I hear a lot of good things about those. I don't know if I'd go with drag cartel or just four piston racing or something like that. Those are two nasty ass companies. There's a bunch of good ones. Yeah, was it really raining? What's up with this weather today, dude? It's like hot as fuck, muggy, sunny, cloudy, rainforest. Like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? Mick Kang says it's a drop-in cam, so I have to time the valve a little bit higher. Got you, got you. Hey man, you know me. I ain't built no K series motor yet. Like built the motor and the valve train and all that stuff. So I don't know nearly as much about the fine mechanics of it. I mean, it's a drop-in cam, so it'll fit. But it's like, you know, that's why I asked about the timing. I can't believe it's raining right now. I'm glad I don't have my car already. Oh, another thing Ryan told me, he said if I swap the K-tuner chip board, PCB, whatever you want to call it, into the OEM ECU, let's say it erases the tune, which could very well happen. You're taking the EEPROM chip, you know, the RAM, PRAM, whatever the fuck it is, the memory basically. When you take that socket off and it loses that current or whatever, sometimes the tune will get erased. He said he would email me all the tunes he has, you know, the current tune, the ones before that, all that stuff. So solid. Old school says, will you have to retune, Mick? Probably a little bit. Like he has to time the valve different, but you might have to adjust some things in K Pro or S300 or whatever that. Like, well, no, it'd be K Pro still. He had me confused for a second. I was like thinking old school, like, you know, B series, like S300 and D series, H series, all that stuff. But K series is literally just K Pro. It's fucking so weird. Such an advanced motor. I'm calling up Eric. I want to see what's going on with him. He said he's having a rough night. Let's see if I can figure out if he's all right. I suspect it's not just Sam and Dean fucking his bitch. Voicemail. Hi, this is your neighborhood Jesus, just calling in to check and make sure you're okay. Your Savior loves you. I should have been like, Scar, I fucked your bitch. The U.S. leaves the UN Human Rights Council. More drama every day. Chris Millington says, got his number now. Ha ha. What'd you hear it? Holy shit, this phone works great. Chris Millington says, just kidding. I just got some of the numbers. I'm sure Eric would just be like, fuck it. Eric's phone's always ringing, so it's just hilarious. He's like always getting a phone call. I remember the first time I called Eric, I called him, I blocked my number, and I was like, I fucked your bitch. He's like, who is this? Like, it's your motherfucking neighborhood Jesus. Like, oh shit. Man, that's one thing I do want to figure out in the long run. I kind of want to get a garage somewhere I can keep my car indoors. I know that sounds picky for all you driveway demons out there that have to park in the driveway or don't have garage, got street parking, whatever you got. I park in the driveway. I don't have a garage. But dude, it'd be so sick to get a garage or like a fucking storage container somewhere so I could like park my car there, keep it there indoors. That'd be so dope. Or like build a 3-car garage. Try to talk to my fucking family. Be like, yo, we need to renovate this garage, make it a 3-car garage. That'd be dope. Fucking dope. But I mean, it is what it is. Maybe eventually when I get my own place, that'd be dope. Time will tell. Because, you know, honestly, I keep my car covered up, so I mean it's not that big of a deal, honestly. I just mean for like rust prevention, oxidation, you know, all that shit. All the school says car cover, bro, like Rebel. Yeah, I already got a car cover, so that would work. Dude, car cover does wonders, man. When it's raining, like let's say you got a leak in your trunk or I don't know, one of your seals or something. If you had a Del Sol with a Targa top that's leaking or something, just put a car cover over it. You're good to go. It might smell a little musky or something just because, you know, the seal's not proper, but for the most part, I mean, car cover is going to keep all that water. It's just going to deflect it, you know? True story. Chris Millington says, I keep one in, one out. LOL. I don't have room for 2 now. Shit, I don't got room for 1. I wish I had room for 1, man. Get a fucking, it's like Sadowski, get that carport thing. I've already talked to my family about that. They're like, you're not getting one of those. The thing looks stupid. I'm like, but it's a carport. It's sick. They're like, we don't care. It looks dumb. I hate it. They're like, I don't want to have to drive in the driveway and have to see it every day. I was like, oh, man. They just think it looks like, it's like, you know, these suburban areas, like, image is everything. The lawn has to look nice. The house has to be kept up, you know. The yard must be clean, all that bullshit. I mean, personally, if I owned a house, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, dude, send it. It's better not having a garage or a carport at all. But old school says, oh, I got a DA. I know about leaks. Truth, man. What leaks on yours? The hatch or the door or the like windshield, or what leaks on yours? Like, only leak I've ever had in mine is like water comes in through the where the bumper and taillight meet up, but there's like just a hair of a gap, so like water gets in the trunk sometimes. Not a lot, like just like a few little drips, like way less than barely enough to even cover a corner basically of the whole spare tire well. So comes in through the right side. Oof. Oh, in other news, all the people that sent me GoFundMe money, I actually got that money. It's not imaginary. It's not pretend. That money was in my account last night. I was like, all right. And it's funny because they told me it would be in my account the 28th, and then they went back on what they said, and they said it would be 2 to 5 days. So I literally got it in like 2 days. Once I hooked up my bank account to the GoFundMe, I was like, yeah, this is fucking sick. So honestly, like, it wasn't enough money to get another car or anything like that, which is, that's totally fine. But it is enough money to get a rental car and get to Pennsylvania and get the car. Price and tags or the emblems or something. So much obliged to all the people that donated, man. That was fucking so cool, you guys. Like, I mean, it wasn't like a full-on charity case or anything. Like, obviously, I was going to bounce back, have my family helping me out with the loan and stuff like that. And I'll get a job once I get my car and, all that. Probably get a job at O'Reilly. I'm pretty cool with the people up there. And that seems like a job I could tolerate. Stocking and selling auto parts, I mean, pretty all right. But, yeah, just, almost like you guys just like keeping me sane, basically. Like people let me know that they care about my build, They're like, dude, you lost your fucking DC5. Like, here's $20, here's $50, here's $30, here's 5, 20. Like, that shit was so cool. It wasn't even funny. We were all in it together. We felt the pain. Old school says just minor leak in the taillight, just minor though, not like it all crazy like most DAs that leak from the passenger side from the front cowl. Well, that's good. Yeah, you might just like taillight gasket or make sure the bumper's like mating completely good with the bracket on the taillight, because mine does the same thing. Has your car ever been in a collision, or is it just like a straight up non-wreck DA? Because my car's been rebuilt quite a bit, so it makes sense. Things are, different. I don't know, different. Old school says the DA was garaged all its life. That is wild. On a side note, though, I did buy my tobacco with some of that money today. I'm not gonna lie, just to see if that money was still there, like, or usable. Like, it was in my bank account, and I was like, I'll pay for my tobacco today with some of this GoFundMe money. It's one step at a time. Because I didn't have any cash on me. I was like, oh fuck, I don't have any cash. I was like, but I do have $200 in my bank account. I was like, what the fuck? It was such a weird feeling. I was like, dude, this is like winning the lottery or something. This is so cool. It was such a weird feeling. I was like, dude, this is not my money, but it is. Chris Mellington says for only $49.95, you can help this poor, helpless Jesus-looking man so that he can save so that he can have a sexy RSX. This will be right off on your tax. Dude, the crazy thing about that money, though, that money, when you hook up your bank account to it, you got to hook up the account number and the routing number. So, like, the IRS is going to tax me for that money. No joke. Which is weird as fuck because PayPal, they don't tax you for shit. That's crazy. Like, literally almost absurd. I was like, this is like an emergency. I wouldn't call it a charity necessarily, like a support system or whatever. I guess you could call that charity, but literally it's like an emergency thing. Like, hey, help me save my DC5, yada yada, get another DC5. But literally, like, they're gonna tax you for that money. Like, churches don't get taxed; they're fucking tax exempt. Catholic Church, look at the Catholic Church. That place is fucking huge. It's ridiculous. They're not paying a fucking dime of tax. All these big churches with like multiplex jumbotrons and fucking $10,000 sound systems and shit, they're not paying taxes at all. That's crazy. I don't agree with it. Tax the churches. Old school says never, just minor front end fender bender. Somebody backed into me at the Walmart parking lot. LOL. I scarred the shit out of them. I scared the shit out of them fools when they did it too. I bet. Yeah, dude, like the last girl that hit my car in the Starbucks parking lot, I'm sitting there with my girl, about to take her to work. We're sitting there listening to some music, some new CD or something like that. And literally, it's raining really hard. And this fucking new 16-year-old girl driver in a Lexus comes she's like straight, about to turn left into the Starbucks parking lot, and then she makes like a left-hand turn that turns into a U-turn to get into space, and literally just fucking barrels into the side of my car and like knocked us, like moved the car. I felt the car move, like, and I was like, what the fuck was that? I thought it was like an earthquake or something. I look, and this bitch is literally bumped into my car. And I look at her car's all kinds of fucked up. And then I get out and look at my car, and my car like barely even had a scratch on. I was like, what? But like, I was still pissed off. I was like, dude, like, what the hell were you doing? Like, I was like, you better have insurance. She was like, oh my God, I think so. I was like, you think so? Oh, she's like, I'm going to call my mom. I'm like, oh my God. She calls her mom. I talk to her mom. She's like, I'm like 20 to 45 minutes away. Can you wait there? And I'm like, literally, I have to take my girlfriend to work, man. Like, you know, she like down in Carystown, which is 30 minutes away. So I pretty much have to leave like right now. She's like, okay, I'm right around the corner. I had an errand to run, but I'll be there in 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay. So we exchange insurance information. Her insurance company never did a fucking thing for my car. They were like, oh yeah, it's not enough damage to do anything. I'm like, dude, there's literally 2 like little nicks in my fucking wheel well on my back left wheel. Like, you're gonna do something. And they never did anything. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah. And the craziest part was after it stopped raining and we were waiting, when her mom got there with her friend in the car, literally they get out and start hugging and crying and dancing. They're like holding each other like, oh my God, doing a fucking pirouette or some shit. I was like, only in America you can be stupid as fuck, inexperienced driver, run into someone else's car, fuck up their time schedule one day, and then you're allowed to cry and dance. It's like this is what's wrong with this society. Like, her mom should have smacked the shit out of her, because her car, that Lexus, was fucked up. The whole front of that car was like, hey, we need new headlights, grill, bumper support, crash bar, all that stuff. Like, it's like, it's okay. Let's dance. It's like, what the fuck? I just want to roll down my window and be like, moron. But I didn't. I didn't feel like getting arrested or ticketed or whatever. Old school said, I was like, what the fuck, motherfucker? Can't see her. What you fucking bitch? I seen the white in their eyes. Dude, it's literally how I was. Like, I was like, you better have insurance. Like, you fucked up. You know you fucked up, right? Had to pull out the menace to society. You know you fucked up, right? Chris Mellon says, like, oh my God, I'm like, so sorry I hit your car. Like, oh my God. Yeah, it's like literally how she was. She was like, are you okay? I'm like, are you okay? What did you just do? She's like, it's like raining. I'm like, you better have insurance. She's like, I think so. I'm like, I literally just like had a fucking O face, just like, you think so? Get it now. Like, call your fucking mom up. Whoever's car you're driving. Chris is laughing. Old school says, you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. Dude, I was so mad. And like, my girlfriend was mad at me at the time. She's like, dude, like, this is why we got to drive separate, because, like, you know, I got to get to work on time. She was working at the liquor store, slinging gin to gin zombies. And literally, she's like, they told me if I'm late one more time, they're going to fire me. I'm like, oh my God, if you get fired, it's going to be on me now. Fuck. She's like, well, it's not your fault. Like, but it's this fucking girl's fault. Like, she can't fucking keep her eyes open. I bet she was on her phone or something. Blaming it on the rain. I mean, it was raining hard, but dude, like, you don't pull into a left-hand turn into a parking lot and then literally just like you turn into the space. Like, even if I wasn't there, she would have parked all crooked and shit. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. She was stupid as shit. It's like, why don't you take a left in the parking lot, make a loop like through the drive-through, come back around and find a spot, you know, as opposed to like, oh, I gotta make a left-hand turn that turns into a U-turn and just like hit this DC5 car that fucking means something to somebody, like, as opposed to like some Hyundai fucking Elantra or some shit, or somebody's Jeep, or somebody's fucking Toyota Camry or something that nobody gives a fuck about. Yeah, old school says blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that a song? LOL. I'll tell you the song I was singing. I think the rain is calling murder. Literally just hop out, start singing Ja Rule. Murder Inc., baby. You hit my whip. Ah, ah. It's too good. That would be so fucking funny. She would have been like, oh, he said he's gonna kill me. He wasn't ready. Honestly, I wasn't ready. Old school says, fuck Ja Rule's bitch ass, though. Yeah, I'm not a huge Ja Rule fan. I really like that Dave Chappelle skit when he's talking about 9/11, how on MTV, when 9/11 happened, because it's like in New York City or whatever, Times Square, they were, Carson Daly's like, and we have Ja Rule on the phone, and they were like talking to Ja Rule. He's like, oh my God, this is a national tragedy. And like Dave Chappelle's like, why the fuck do we want to hear from Ja Rule when this shit is happening? Where is Ja? I need to speak to Ja. It's too true though. Like of all the people, they should have got the president on the phone or somebody in office or somebody that's like, matters kind of. Well, I guess people in office don't really matter. They're just the people in power, but it's like such a random ass person to call up when 9/11's going on. I need to speak with Ja Rule. He's the fucking master fucking of thought and everything going on. Where is Ja? Like they could have called up a firefighter. They could have called up like national security, the president. I don't know, whoever the fuck. But it's like literally like, let's call up this B-list rapper. Old school says, yeah, that show is fucking hilarious. Where's Ja? I need to hear Ja. It's fucking priceless. Dave Chappelle, man. He knows how to do it. True story. Cold coffee. Yeah. It's not even like cold coffee. It's like hot coffee that's gone cold. You know what I'm saying? If it was iced coffee, it'd be a whole nother game. But yeah, fucking old school says I'm fucking rolling over here. True story. Where's Ja? Dave Chappelle does not fuck around. But yeah, fucking trying to think of anything else to touch base on about the car and the sale and all that stuff. He sent me an email with a generic kind of like bill of sale for each of us to fill out, each of us to fill out and sign and all that stuff. So let you know the bill of sale happened and all that shit. And hey, Canada passes the marijuana bill. Canada Senate gave final approval to the federal government's bill to legalize cannabis on Tuesday. Alrighty then. That sounds all right. Time to move to Canada. Old school says Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. He really is, dude. He's of our generation back in like, 10, 11, 12, or 13 years ago, whatever the hell it's been. Shit, it's been like almost like, 13 years since Chappelle's show and all that. That was literally the funniest shit ever that existed. That shit was so funny. I mean, he's up there now with like Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Bill Hicks, Sam Kinison, George Carlin, like all the OGs. He's one of them for sure. For sure. I mean, honestly, like my top three favorite comedians like of all time got to be Bill Hicks, Dave Chappelle, and probably third place is probably a tie between Sam Kinison or George Carlin. Honestly, I think those comedians are just fucking phenomenal. They knock down the door of like creativity, originality, just like pioneers, dude. The way they did their demeanor, their stage presence and all that shit, they're just phenomenal. Like Bill Hicks is like a fucking like acid tripping, mushroom tripping wild man that's like super smart as shit. Like almost like the dark poet, mind bender, crazy motherfucker. Dave Chappelle is like all about some like mending together any type of race relation, whether it's white comedy, black comedy, this comedy, that comedy, all kinds of comedy, like making fun of everybody. He's like almost like a black Frank Zappa of comedy. He makes fun of everybody. It's amazing. Old School says there's a lot of great comics, but Chappelle is fucking funny though. I fucking love stand up. Yeah, me too, man, for real. Like Sam Kinison, he was a crazy ass comic. Like he had this like fucking energy that was just like screaming and just like weird ass topics and stuff like that. But like his stage presence and energy was just nuts. Chris Millington says for only $39.95 you can have your very own jaw. With just 16 easy payments at $39.95 plus tax, Jaw can do absolutely anything you want, except rap good. You can find this amazing price only at BJ's. I need to hear from Jaw. Old School says the stream is cutting out. It's not buffering on mine. Is it buffering on your end, Chris? Try if it's buffering, try reloading the page. Sometimes when the stream starts cutting out or buffering, if you reload your page, it'll get a better connection. Because it's not buffering on mine. Usually, if it's buffering, it'll go dim and it'll start doing the pinwheel. So it is raining here, though. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Let me check my router. Router's good. I just don't know. Try reloading it, maybe. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee. Let's see. Old School says probably my cheap Wi-Fi. Shit, it seems like any Wi-Fi is fucked up at some point or another. Chris Millington says, but wait, there's more. If you buy Jaw now, we will send you a second Jaw absolutely free. That's right, a second Jaw absolutely free after the purchase price, $39.95 plus tax. But wait, there's more. That shit from Scary Movie. That shit's funny as fuck. But wait, there's more. I'll be back. Let's see if your boy Shades Wade counted out 10 correctly. 3, 6, 9. I was so close. I was so close. Honestly, I've been pretty good about not going over a pack a day of these hand rolls because I used to smoke 2.5 packs of Marlboros, and holy shit. Chris Millington says, I'm so fucking dumb. What? What'd you do, Chris? Why are you talking about yourself that way? What did you do? For some reason, that made me think of Boogie Nights when Philip Seymour Hoffman, that scene where he's like in his car after he tries to hook up with Mark Wahlberg's character and he's not gay. But Philip Seymour Hoffman's character is clearly gay. And he's like, I'm a fucking idiot, fucking idiot, fucking idiot. Just keep saying it over and over. That movie's fucking wild style. Old School says, yeah, the stream was buffering. We had a blackout earlier. Maybe fuck my router up. Just wanted to say congratulations on the new whip. Glad it worked out, buddy. And talk to you later and have a good night. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Ja. Let's see. Chris says, I'm dumb because I'm doing all these crazy, weird sales pitches. They're funny, though. Because late night infomercials and all that sales shit, it's super annoying. They're super dumb as fuck. But, I find them, hilarious because it's so ridiculous. Late night QVC or the infomercial channels. Do you want ripped abs? Get the ab ripper. Only $19.95. Call now and get a second ab ripper, a baby ab ripper for your child. Your child needs a 6-pack. Do it now, abripper.com. It's like, oh my God. Fucking retard. So silly. Late night infomercials, man, they're ridiculous. Dude, when I was 9, I used to have really hard time sleeping. And I had a TV in my room. And literally I'd turn it to the friggin', I remember QVC, that shopping network shit, late at night, they would have those little water fountains, you know what I mean? They're little baby water fountains that you plug in and, tranquil, whatever. I would literally fall asleep to that because it was the only time there was anything good on there, of value. It's oh, it's a water fountain. It sounds like a river. It sounds like running water. It's this puts me to sleep. And I remember waking up in the morning. It's would you like cutlery? Get this 48-piece knife set. And I'm oh my God, shut the fuck up. It's where'd the fountains go? Shit. Chris Millington says, yeah, it's so funny and dumb. LOL. It really is. It really is. It really is. Chris Millington says, hey, son, do you have a small cock? You do? Well, then we've got the perfect tool for you, too. It's called the Winky Wanker. I got to get my drum chops back up, man. They're getting there. Like, I mean, I used to play every day, and I still try to, but the past couple of days I haven't played. Same with guitar too. My guitar chops are staying more aligned and intact than my drum chops. I just don't get it. I want to play at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I do have ye old electric drum set, which is good for practicing at 3 o'clock in the morning. But something about those rubber pads just don't feel real, and the sound doesn't sound that real either. It's like it sounds accurate, but it sounds too perfect. It doesn't sound like a real drum set where you can fuck up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. Hit your keyboard with it. Do it. I play my keyboard with my drumsticks. Be y'all. Chris Linton says the all-new penile extender triple XL. It's only $79.95. Grow your wang the way you've always wanted to. Wang out with your chang out. Wang out with your chang out. That's right. Winning song. See, if you think you're good at playing a rudiment or a drum fill or something like that, or a drum beat, try to sing or emphasize some type of phrase vocally with it. So you're doing what you're doing, but then sing along with it, or like it's like right. So like if you can play it comfortably, but you can only do that, then you can like sing or beatbox or do something along with it. You get so much more in touch with it. Just a fun fact for you, aside from infomercials. But yeah, I think that's about it here. Fucking trying to think of anything else to talk about the car. Chris Millington says, I love the band As I Lay Dying. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of them. I mean, they're a band, obviously, so I mean, they're doing something. But yeah, fucking not really my favorite style of music. It's kind of more like on the hardcore emo type deal. They can still play though. I mean, Chris Millington says, I love the drums. Yeah, the drums are something I can deal with in that band. The singing, the vocal is what kills me. And the guitar, too. I'm not a big fan of the guitar and the vocals. The bass and the drums, bass and drums, they're serving their purpose, you know? I think, trying to think, yeah, I'd say my favorite band of all time is probably the Mars Volta. I think that was just a different crazy ass band. Crazy drums, crazy guitar, crazy bass, crazy fucking vocals like no other. People kind of associate it with like a hardcore, like heavy as fuck vocal, but it's not really emo. It's not really punk. It's not really hardcore. It's like, I don't even know what I'd call it. Chris Mellon says, I love their drums. What? I love it. It's badass as fuck. Yeah, just different strokes for different folks. I'm just not really into the emo thing. Like, I think the only hardcore, I guess you call it emo or hardcore type band I ever really fucked with was Chiodos. I actually liked them. I thought that was pretty decent band. It's not so much the music. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of hard to put in words. It's not so much the music that's so horrible or anything. I mean, it's not my favorite style of music by any means, but it's like the subculture associated with it. Like, yeah, we have to wear like tight, skinny jeans, girl pants. When we dance, we have to scissor kick and do all that and shit. Like, I could never go to those shows. Like, I remember I went to a show. There was some like emo-esque hardcore shit going on. Some dude like literally did one of those scissor fucking arm things, fucking hit me and my friend, and we literally beat the shit out of him. Like, oh my god, just like literally mosh pit starts going. He starts doing that fucking scissor arm shit, trying to flail around so nobody can fuck with him. Literally hit my friend in the shoulder and hit me in the fucking ear. Literally, my friend was literally just like, he was just like waiting like a wind-up doll or something. Like, literally fucking hit him in the back. He's like, "Hey, what the fuck?" It's the funniest thing I ever saw. It's too funny. Actually, I don't even think it was an emo show where that happened. Like, he was an emo kid or a hardcore kid, and it was like a punk show. There was a mosh pit going on. He started doing that. People didn't receive it well. They really hated it. Like, why don't you dance? Why don't you do something? I can understand a mosh pit every now and then, or it's just. Chris Middleton says, "Love making music." What do you play? Chris Middleton says, "LOL, yeah, I don't do that shit. Just like their music. Fuck them girly kid dudes." Wearing like a tight hoodie and like American Eagle girl jeans and shit, and like, yeah, bro. Rah, 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 rah. Fucking going nuts and flailing their arms and shit. Like, oh my god. Just don't understand it. Makes me want to go to like a Bootsy Collins show and like get laid. Chris Milton says, "All right, bro, I'm gonna get off. Have a nice night, bro." Yeah, you too, man. Fucking I was just about to say I'm probably about to close out the stream anyway. You're the last person here, and I think we pretty much touched base on everything about the car. Everybody that came on and watched, thanks for checking in. Chris says, "No making love to that music." LOL. Yeah, unless you're a masochist or a sadist. I love pain. Bite my dick. But anyways, on that note, yeah, fucking I'll keep you guys posted. Today's Wednesday. I think we're going to pick the car up Saturday, so getting closer and closer, man. It's fucking crazy. It's about to be Thursday in an hour. Chris Millington says, "Watch Dad's vid." But yeah, fucking broke that garage vid. Yeah, definitely about to do that too. Thanks for reminding me. I was like, "Watch Dad's vid." I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Yeah, broke that garage. I got to get used to that name change. But yeah, guys, I'll keep y'all posted. Thanks for everyone supporting, keeping the vibes good, fucking staying interested in the build and what's to come and all that stuff.